What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy Adrian here today with Frag Heads, and today I have come back to you yet again with that carryover video. As you know, I have bought a ton of fragrances over the holiday season, and I want to share some of these wondrous gifts with you, this Frag Head community. So if you're out in the store and you're considering buying this fragrance right here, guess what? You chose the right video today. I'm gonna hit you with everything that you wanna know about this fragrance and everything you should know about the fragrance. I'm gonna tell you the longevity, how long it's gonna last on your skin in an hour's duration time, so that way you know how often you might or not need to spray with this one. Number two, I'm gonna tell you the projection. What I mean by projection is how far is it gonna push off your body. You got an intimate zone that's about a foot, foot and a half, right in this vicinity right here at close proximity. You got a personal zone, like, hey, I can reach out and touch you. We're having a basic conversation, 3-foot zone. And then we have that blast projection where you're hitting 6, 8, 10, sometimes 12, 14 feet, depending on what you're actually getting. I'm gonna tell you the projection on this one as well. And then the notes on this, I'm gonna give you that, so that way you kind of know what you're getting, what the breakdowns are. The reason why sometimes the notes are gonna be good to know is you never know. If you're buying this for yourself, or you're buying this for your friends, you're buying it and you don't know what the notes are, what happens if you're allergic?
Huh? Is anthrax bad?
You're spraying this stuff on you and you don't even realize you're actually allergic to that stuff. Every time you're like, oh, I love the smell of this, but every time I do it, I start itching, start scratching. What's going on? It makes me feel claustrophobic. Could be allergic to one of those things, so it's good to know the notes. The last thing I'm gonna tell you about is I'm going to tell you what it smells like. I am going to give you that first. I know that's what you're here for, so I'm gonna give you that right off the rip. But before we go ahead and do all that, why don't you go ahead and put on that juice that makes you feel loose so you can smell like Zeus, and let's get into this. I want to start this video by technically saying this video has been sponsored by Sephora. Sephora is a phenomenal place to go to check out a different diversity of fragrances. They always have them readily available. There's always something you can reach and grab and smell. And Sephora's are all across the nation. They can be small pop-up shops, they can be in your Kohl's, they can be in different department stores, and they can be in standalone locations. So if you're looking for some of these fragrances and you can't think, where can I possibly go to without overthinking it, definitely hit up Sephora. I gotta show them a shout out because I got such a phenomenal deal on all these fragrances, and I'm gonna tell you about that quickly in the video. How I got this, all right, I'm gonna explain this to you very carefully. So during the holidays, I believe it was December 21st through the 24th, there was like a 4-day sale or something like that. Some of you might have heard about this. They were doing a 20% off a full bottle of any fragrance they had in the store. And by that definition, they meant anything over a 1-ounce bottle size. So no samples, no travel size or anything like that, but a 1-ounce bottle or larger, 20% off the bottle. You're like, all right, Adrian, that's not that bad. That's not that great of a deal. You know, like, it's a good deal. It's a pretty darn good deal, but it's not mind blowing. You said this was gonna blow my mind. You said that this was a phenomenal deal that you just couldn't pass up. What I did is occasionally they will let you combine things together. So what I did is I actually bought a bunch of bottles over the 1 ounce, ones that I've been eyeballing for a while, ones that I've wanted, and put into collection. I got the credit card. They allow you a one-time purchase of 25% off. Oh, I see the wheels spinning, and they should be spinning, because I've checked every single discount site that known to myself, and I have a laundry list of these things, probably like 25 to almost 30 deep at this point. I compared on every single site before I said, let's go ahead and do this. It beat out everybody. Beat everybody. When you do the math on this, I got some bottles for probably 25 bucks cheaper than even on the best discounted sites. I couldn't turn on the deal. I wanna say, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a quick image of Sephora's site. So Sephora's site, if you go there, this is not the small bottle. I got the big bottle. I wasn't messing around. This is the 5-ounce bottle. This on their site is $128 for this bottle, which is not that bad anyways. So you hit it with the 20% off, and after you hit it with the 20% off, you take another 25% off. So this $128 bottle, I picked this up for $76.80. If you know a better deal, please put it in the comments below. Tell me that site, I'm gonna check it out. But I don't want no bootleg website that may or may not be real. I want tried and true websites that I know I'm not gonna get, taken advantage of, because I will be checking. And that's why I post these videos, these unboxings, so that way you can actually see what the real deals are. I want to do some comparisons and make sure they're actually the real deal. But I got this for $76.80, and in my mind, that's a phenomenal steal of a deal. And I got a lot of those like that. That's why I got half of these bottles down here, is because I picked them up on that sale, and it just beat everybody out, hands down, by margins of money. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have not done so just yet, do me a solid, squeeze that thumbs up button like you're putting on your favorite cologne or perfume or whatever you might have. Comment and subscribe. If you have not done so already, I do check the comments and I do respond back. If you don't believe me, check all the other videos that I have out there and look at the comment threads. I respond back to you, because what I put on this channel is not for me, it is for you. If I'm not making you happy, if there's something that you want to see, or if you want to see a specific fragrance, put it in the comments. I promise you, I will call you out in the video by name and give you the credit where credit is due. Okay, cool. What we're gonna be talking about is this one right here. Valentino Uomo, born in Roma. And I do have a quick unboxing video on this. I'm gonna put that on there, and I'm gonna talk while this is showing you that video, because I know some of you aren't into these unboxing videos, but you should know, because if you're buying these in the secondhand market, you don't want to get screwed over. People be buying these on eBay. Some people be buying them on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, social medias. You go to the grocery store, you see some of these out here. There are a lot of fakes, even on some of the bigger name sites, bigger brick and mortar stores, AKA something marked. You will occasionally get fakes on there. So these unboxing videos will definitely help you out. You'll know what to look for. You'll know what to check for. I even show you the texture of the box, the inside of the box, what everything looks like, the labeling, the whole nine. So if you're ever concerned on YouTube, he showed me put a video on YouTube. I remember that guy. I'm gonna go back and check that video before I cop this. I'm gonna go back and check that video before I cop this. I got you covered. So Valentino Uomo, I'm gonna show you that. Go ahead and check out that video. That's why I'm talking like this. You already saw that video. I love this fragrance. And I'm gonna tell you how I got this, because I promised in the last video that I was going to do this, and I'm going to do this right now. So I bought a bunch of fragrances around the holidays, probably far too many. Let's be real. I really don't need it. I don't need any more. I want more. I don't need any more. But I do this because it's something I truly enjoy. I will never be able to use all the fragrances that I have in my collection. But that is perfectly fine with me. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple sprays on this card. Ooh, look at that sprayer. Wow, watch this, watch this. You see this? And no joke. The sprayer on this is pumping. Valentino Uomo, born in Roma, is no slouch. Now, oh, I love this fragrance. So, if you were to envision yourself, and I promise you this is something that I don't think I've ever heard anybody say before, but for whatever reason, don't judge me. All right, so for whatever reason, this reminds me of if you were to imagine yourself back in a medieval time. Yeah, I said a medieval time. Not medieval times, the restaurant, but the medieval times, knights, round table, castles, moats, bridges, open fields, that type of stuff. In the medieval times, remember how they always said that there was a dark knight or a black armored knight? Well, Imagine that dude coming out of the woods, fresh out of battle, just won yet another victory. Because that's the man. Like the Dark Knight in every single one of those movies. That was the guy you didn't want to mess with. That was like the epitome of masculinity. Unfortunately, most of the time, he was deemed as the bad guy. I get that type of vibe. He came out of the woods, all those woodsy notes that were trailing behind him. His horse trampled through some sage and some vetiver, and he's been sweating a little bit from that battle, so he's a little bit salty. And as he was running through those fields, he was picking up some flowers, especially some violet leaves. And the mineral notes that are actually in this are the notes that will come off of his armor. And as crazy as it sounds, try to envision that for a second and then smell the fragrance and then try to get it out of your brain. Literally try to get it out of your brain. The man came through out of the woods, tore through a violet leaf patch and a sage patch, a flower patch, while he was going through the woods, fresh out of battle. And tell me that doesn't resonate in your mind later on. The notes for this fragrance are mineral notes on the top, violet leaf, and salt. And then the middle notes are ginger and sage. And the base notes, you get woodsy notes and vetiver. At no time, at no point, are there any mentions of a citrus accord in this fragrance. And I know that violet leaf sometimes can smell slightly like a cucumber-ish, but for whatever reason, every time I smell this, I get a slight nuance of some kind of citrus accord in this. Now, not that pungent, pokey citrus accord like you're smelling a fresh glass of orange juice or lemonade, or you just poured some pineapple juice. None of that, none of that, none of that. It's kind of like almost like a soft apple juice or like a light citrus accord, but it's more sugary in nature. And it blends so well. I don't know if that's the mineral notes mixing in with the violet leaf on this, and it just creates that perfect nuance. And it's coupling with that ginger. But every time I smell it, it smells like a very faint citrus accord. And it smells phenomenal. Fresh out the gate, as soon as you put this on, you can't stop smelling it. For me, I had to buy a bottle. Again, I don't buy a ton of bottles anymore because I got so many. I only buy the ones that I truly ultimately want and I want to keep in my rotation. And I bought the 5 ounce of this one because it was a crazy deal. And I'm like, look, I'm just gonna buy the big bottle. I don't even care. Now, longevity for this one, it lasts and lasts and lasts. This is no slouch. On my skin personally, I get about 9.5 hours on this, sometimes 10. I don't know if it just resonates with my skin composition and my pH balance very well, but it sticks on me. And the same thing, if you get it on your clothes, it's 24 hours. It is not going anywhere. It is staying on your clothes for a solid 24 hours. And this is one of those fragrances, it could be a signature scent. You could wear it all year round. It is very diverse, not situational at all. Dumb reach, literally just buy it and just. And plus, I mean, look at the bottle. Look at the bottle. It's got these cool little grooves and everything like that on there. Same thing. For whatever reason, it reminds me of that Dark Knight. Projection on this one, same thing. This one projects pretty darn good. You're gonna get about a 6-foot bubble off of this thing. It does pump off your skin, especially fresh off the skin. It pumps, it's out there, it's doing its job, it's earning its money all day long. So it is no slouch. On a scale of 1 to 10 for this one, I would say on this one, this is a solid 7.8 to about an 8.25. Somewhere in that realm. It bounces up, it bounces down a little bit, depending on the day, depending on how I'm mood. And that's how every fragrance is gonna be with you. No matter how much you like it, it's not gonna hit the same note every single time, every single day, because you know, you change daily. But if you really, really like it, it's not gonna go too far down. And it's not gonna go too far up either. So, but to me, this is like a 7.75 to like an 8.25. It's right in that ballpark, but it's a phenomenal fragrance to have in your rotation, and the bottle looks great. All right, guys, I truly appreciate you tuning in. I hope if you're out shopping for this fragrance, and I hope this actually resonated with you and it makes sense, do me a solid. If any part of this video was fun or made sense for you or helped you out in any single way whatsoever, squeeze that thumbs up button just like you're putting on that cologne. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a small channel. I'm still trying to grow this thing out, and I really want some cool people in the Frag Head Army like yourself. Not you back here, dude. Not you person over here. You right here. You. I want you to come join the crew, okay? I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.